Is everything set up? Cool. All right, so this is going to be a quick demo of how you can use the current setup to answer this question of, what have I noticed recently? So I'm going to take you through how you can answer that question with Notion and Airtable. So let's get into it. So I'm going to go to pings. This hasn't been updating recently, so take it with a grain of salt, but you're basically just going to add a filter by create a date and say the past month. If I was using Airtable, which I'll show in a second, I'd do a more narrow time frame, but can do that. And then we'll add, we should add a sort, and then we'll also sort by created date. I want to do ascending because I want to go further further back to the present. Metaphors, depending on your metaphor. Anyway, so here we go. And you can just kind of cruise through. I'll say something about this in a second, but let's just do it quickly in Airtable as well. So I'm in the grid view. It gives me the ability to kind of like see the full content of what I've written in each little jot down. So let's do a filter to add a condition, and let's say created date is within the past week. And let's sort by ascending. Yep, that's that. Cool. And then that's pretty much it. Kind of go through. I'll share their workflow in a sec, but this is probably like, I think the third or fourth time I've done this, of like sitting down on a Sunday and asking myself these questions of like, what have I noticed recently? Of those things, what currently stands out to me, and what, if any, action or like additional thinking might I want to do in response? And so that's why you see I have this like second note over here. This is where I put like all of my thinking, so I just have it here alongside to take notes. In fact, you can kind of see what came of this when I did it earlier, because I tried to record this and do it live, and it was just like doing too much at once. But I can go into this more if it's helpful at some point. But yeah, that's the general setup. I hope this is helpful. If there's anything you heard me touch on, be like, oh, can you say more about that? Or like, oh, that wasn't super clear, can you expand on it? Or I'd actually like to hear more of this and less of that. Please let me know. The purpose of these is for them to be useful. The one last thing I'll say that I am starting to think is interesting in Airtable is this interfaces thing. And I'll maybe do another one on this, but if we expand this out, it's kind of cool. I can kind of get this high level view of my practice. So let's just do the past week, and I'll see that I've sent 88 of these things, currently called pings, 2,400 over time. I can see the time of day. So I'm relatively super active at 6 at the end of my kind of computer thinking time, and then right before bed around 10, which is interesting. And I can also see by day. Of course, there's a whole bunch of flexibility, and then kind of practice over time. I'm really excited about the potential for these kinds of lenses or views as ways in. Right now, it's kind of these aggregated views are disconnected from the actual thoughts. But yeah, just something that's on my mind. So I hope this is helpful, and peace.